Alright, pack leaders, this video is on how to debug or troubleshoot your program so that you know what's going on. If you come to me and say, hey, I got this problem, like, I'll ask you these same questions. Did you print out and verify all your inputs coming in the loop, and on and then after the loop to see the final results? So let me show you how I've set this up here. Now, this is a drive with perturbation. After going through it, I was like, what's going on here? Okay, so usually I've set up a thing where this is the inputs I need, and I have that, and it returns the best input and output as a list. So it'll be, you know, I'll probably need to add that. But anyways, I went ahead and, you know, said we're starting this function, so it'll print that. We open up all the inputs that's separated out, and then some of these have our list, so we kind of separate those delimited by comma. And we kept going, and then this is where we copied everything and verify those inputs. So you can see here, as soon as it enters the and I run it, I know I'm entering, I started, and this is where it verifies all those inputs, and I can see everything that's coming in. So far, so good. Okay, now there's a little comment here because there is a space, there is no value for that, so that's expected. And then I break this out into a loop. Okay, so now inside the loop, we're gonna go into it now. It gets broken down, and I should probably put this inside. Actually, I added this later, so that's the thing. Once you add this to it, you need to make sure that you add it into this too, so you can kind of verify those inputs. Let me put that down and kind of move on. But all those inputs that you add after the fact, you need to make sure you put it in there, otherwise you can't see what's going on, and that's important. Okay, so I will add these later into this after this video. Alright, so now I'm going inside the loop. Once you're inside the loop, it's gonna have everything that's in it. Okay, so you also verify inside the loop, and I put the name of it in the loop and the count. So whenever it loops through and counts, it'll count, and then I'll know what the count will be as it's counting. Okay, yeah, so this is my perturbation count here. Okay, so same thing, I verify it coming in, and I can probably already see some problems. So in loop 1, loop 0, I mean the first index, range input, boom, boom, that's right, it's selected 30, bought GID, everything looks good, this matches up with that, and field number is 0, value is 0. So I kind of see it. Okay, now so that's okay. Now it breaks it all down inside the loop. 0.1 in there. Okay, price and sale. So there's no field number. Okay, I'm gonna go in again, kind of look at what's going on. I believe when it comes back out, somehow this isn't being verified right. See, the field number is 0, but this guy, check parameter within limits, isn't using the heal pass list from text and leaving a space there. So now my bot GUID is messed up. So I know to go to here, tuning parameter within limits. I need to then make sure I put a heal pass here because it's affecting check parameter within limits. Quickly find that, and I can realize like, hey, it's not using the thing. So everything's shifted. So that helps me kind of to go back and find the problems that way, and fix this problem. So I'm going to fix this right now, right in front of you, and I can see that things are out of place. So you can't troubleshoot it unless you print it and print it all out. And it doesn't make you you know, a genius or anything that you figured it out. It's just that you're able to print and see it. If you can't see it, you can't troubleshoot it. So it's good that we put everything in here. Okay, so there it is. That's the thing with, like, sometimes you kind of expect it to be there and then add a new parameter, but it doesn't need, you know, 3 parameters. It just needs 2 parameters, and things get all messed up and out of whack. Okay, and that's gonna be true. So this keeps the empty spaces. Then I can run it again. Okay, everything should be local. And now I won't have this problem anymore because I fixed it here. Okay, so now I should be able to run this again and see where everything's going. But let's go ahead and move on and kind of double check everything else. So now I go in and realize, hey, it's in the loop, it selected it, minister test, right, it's gonna get updated and get the indicator, but somehow it's not matching. Parameter variable count doesn't match with the variant value, so what's coming in isn't equal. Okay, so it's seeing that there's supposed to be 4, but then it's only getting 1 parameter, so it's not matching up, and that could be because of this guy is messed up here. So we're gonna fix this and go back into it and see what's up. But as you see, all the problem propagates. Field number, that's not a field number, that's a bot GUID number that should be here, and it's not taking count that space. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just run this real quick so you kind of see. So I'm gonna clear this all out, and then I'm gonna run this again over here. And run, and I don't see anything happening on my tuner side, so there's still some problems here. So everything's cleared out now. My bot GUID should be where they're supposed to be. So there it is, parameter value list. Okay, my bot GUID is fixed, it's where it needs to be. Let's move on. Everything looks good, it's going in and tuned, but drawing stuff, it didn't improve it, and I'm noticing that nothing's happening on my, it's not back testing correctly, or it's not even back testing at all, and so that's a problem. Something is wrong with the command, but everything else is laid correctly, and you can see within the loop what it's doing here. Okay, so this tuning is back and forth, but nothing's moving on my side, so it's not collecting anything. There's no inputs here, and there's something wrong with my command. Okay, so that's what I need to do and fix next. Alright, so let's go back over here. Oh, and here's my final result. Let's reload. Yeah, so it's going and trying to perturb everything, and it comes out, hey, nothing changed because it didn't backtest anything, and you can see everything that's going on here. Nothing's collected. There's no outputs, no whatever, and something is missing on the output. Okay, so there's no output coming out because nothing's being back tested. Okay. Alright, so let's go back over here, and I want to show you how we went into the loop. We printed all this outputs here. Okay, and after you go into the loop and you're supposed to grab something, you want to also verify again that this is after the loop, so you kind of track what came in and after it changed. Okay, and this is the perturbation count after. So there's a little after and there's a before. Before we enter this tuning thingy, which is here. So this should be before tuning drive before loop. Or actually, this is in loop. I should probably, yeah, it's okay. I know what's going on. I just put a little extra here so I know that it's after tuning single select command. So anyways, once the loop is done, then you want to kind of get the best output, and whatever you get out here and whatever you pull out, you also need to verify towards the end. Okay, so in the loop, after loops, and then after 5. So this is the final results. What did I get? Nothing changed. It didn't backtest. Nothing's happening, and I can know exactly how it happened, what happened inside the loop, and see how you can troubleshoot things. Okay, your program will be different, but as long as you print, or like I said, before the loop, in the loop, and after the loop, you'll be able to see what's going on in the history of how it's tuning things, and where you expect a certain variable to happen, but it's got shifted, something happened, and you can go back and fix it, make sure it's all aligned. Then you can kind of see, okay, everything's fine, but something else is not working. I know it's not back testing, so I think my command is off somehow, so I need to go and then verify that. Okay, hopefully that's helped, and make sure you have that structure in place, because I'm gonna ask you that once it's in, then I can dive in and see what's going on and figure out a problem. Okay, thanks.